Hello guys. So today the question which we will be seeing is MineSweeper problem, and it is a letter B question from Deep 2. So coming to the question, you have been given a rectangular MineSweeper field, and you have to say whether that field is valid or not. So now firstly, what the field might consist of. The cell of the rectangular field might consist of a digit k, first thing, or it might consist of a bomb which will be represented by a star, and third thing, it can contain a dot, that is a simple dot, and it represents a zero, for example. It simply represents a zero. So these three things can be in the minesweeper field. Now, what do you mean by a valid minesweeper field is that if there is a digit k in the cell, then exactly k neighboring cells should have the bomb. So that means if a cell consists of 1, so the total amount of bombs in its neighboring should be total as 1. And if the cell is empty, that is, if the cell has a dot in it, so in all the its neighbors, there should not be any bomb. So now, what do you mean by neighbors? Neighbors here is not only the upper, lower, left and right, but it is in all the eight directions. That is the upper left, upper one, upper right, left, right, and bottom left, bottom and bottom right. So as you can see, this first field, this one, is a valid field. Now, why do I say that? Because if you see, well, let us go through the each cell. Now, in the first one, there is one written over here. Now, if you see its neighbors, now we don't have the upper part because it is at the this is the first row. So, if you see the neighbors, the right one is one, that is there are no bombs. Okay. If you see the down one, that is one, and if you see the bottom right one, there is one bomb. So in three of the neighbors of this cell, there is only one bomb. So this is a valid one. Now second one also, in all its neighbors, that is the left one, right one, bottom left, bottom and bottom right. In total, in its neighbor, there is only one bomb, which is this one, the bottom one. In now coming to the third one, same as you can see, in its neighbors, there is only one bomb. In the coming second row also, there is only one bomb in its neighboring. Do not consider checking the bomb. We will get to it later on. Just see whether the neighbors. I'm just trying to explain you in layman language how to check it. We will code definitely code for this. And also, if you see this bomb, this cell, there is only one bomb in its neighboring. So basically, you have to check the eight neighbors of it. Now, why this field is invalid is because if you see this one, it has two bombs in its neighboring. That is, if you see the left one and the bottom one, there are two bombs, but here one is written over here. While in the previous one, here two was written, so it was valid, but here this becomes invalid. So you have to simply print whether it is valid or invalid. So now how we will go through this question. So as you can see, you have been given a character array. So for my simplicity, what I have done is I've converted them to integers. So for that, I have applied these three rules over here. So what is the first rule? If a cell contains a digit, so I will keep that as a digit but in integers. I will convert that character to integer. And if there is a bomb over here, so I will convert it to minus 2. So as you can see here, bomb was there. So I have written here as it has minus 2. And suppose we have a dot in the field. So suppose you have a dot like this. You will be given simply a dot in the character. So you will just represent it as 0 in integers. So this is the convention. As you can see, I have converted this character array to integer array in this way, keeping the numbers as same, but the bomb as minus 2 and dot as 0. In this case, there is no dot. So what are the steps to check whether the field is valid or not? Firstly, I will locate the bomb. I will locate the bomb and reduce its eight neighbors. If there, as I said, there will be eight neighbors. Of course, if it is within the range of the rectangular cell, yeah. So I will reduce each its neighbor by one, except the bomb. If the bomb has another bomb as the neighbor, so I will just ignore it. And second, if you find any cell after reducing each its neighbors by one, if any of the neighbors become less than zero, that is minus one, so I will simply output no, that is the field is invalid. And after you have located all the bombs and reduced all its neighbors by one, after completing this task, at the end, I will again go through entire rectangular cell and see if there is any cell which is not other than bomb. If there is any cell, if it is not zero, then also I will print it as invalid. So let's take this and first example. So as you can see, we have just taken this first example, uh, the first example over here. So let me check it. So firstly, I will target this bomb. This is the first bomb, this -2 as you can see over here. So this is the first bomb. So what I will do, I will reduce all its neighbors by one. So see, as you, the underlined ones, that is one became zero over here. The first row, second cell, so it became -1. It became zero from one. So what I've done is I've reduced all its neighbor by zero. So as you can see, here it was two, so it became one over here, and one became zero, and two became zero. And I've just ignored this another bomb. I've not reduced it or increased it by anyone. So after this, our second target is this bomb, the second one. So it has three neighbors. So I will reduce all its neighbors by one. So I have reduced this zero from one it became zero. This also from one it became zero, and I have ignored this second bomb. So just ignore this bombs, except that reduce all the neighbors by one. Now since I have done the task of locating each bomb and reducing its neighbors by one. I will go through the entire cell. I will go through the entire cell and accept the bomb. If I find any digit, any cell, if it is not zero, then I will print as invalid. But since here accept the bomb, there is no such cell where the number is more than zero, so it is a valid one, and we will print yes as the output. Now coming to the second example we will consider an invalid. So I have done the same task. First I will target this bomb. I will reduce each its neighbor by one. So it became one, and as you can see, and then I will target the second bomb. So after reducing that, I have found that I have one of the cells in the neighborhood has become -1. Simply, I will print it as no, that is the cell is invalid, because it should have been actually 2. If it would have been 2, then this would have become 1 here over here, and it would have become 0. It is similar to the previous one, but I have just changed the this cell to from 2 to 1, because it just show you what it can become, why it can become invalid. So it is invalid. So this is what we have to do basically. So coming to the code, code is as I have explained you the code, just now going through it. So basically, I have taken input of m and n, and I've taken input of the character array. So what I have done is that like I have taken input the character array, and I have converted them. I have taken input of an entire row first. In a way, I have taken input the entire row at once. Then I have just according to the numbers. If the number is it is a number, then I've just kept it as number in the form of integer. If it is a dot, then I've kept it as zero. And if it is a bomb, then I've taken input as -2. And then I've stored that row into the array. And then I've taken the second row. You can also do it in the traditional way by taking each cell and then converting it to the integer. It's up to you. I'm just make take in mind that we have to convert it to we have to use the three rules and convert character to integer. Now since we have the integer array, now I will just simply go through the cell and locate the bomb. Now since if the grade is -2, that is it is a bomb, so I will call this function mark presence. In mark presence, what I will do, I will do the same task, that is reducing its neighbors by one. So as you can see, from k equal to 0 to diets.length. Now what is diets array? Diets array is basically I have for simplicity, I have declared this array. For it will so x plus any of this will give me the neighbor x plus y. So as you can see, 0 1 is right, 1 0 is left, 0 -1 is bottom, -1. So you can do it. All the eight numbers have reduce it by zero one by one. So first I will take the first 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 element of the diads, and just I'm what I'm doing is I'm reducing each its neighbors by one. So if the neighbor is minus two, it is a bomb. So I will continue. I will do nothing. And if it is not a bomb, then I will reduce it. After reducing, if it is a minus one, I will simply return false from here, or else I will continue. And then at the end, I will return true. That is, there is no minus one found. So I will continue this, and then I will try to locate the second bomb if possible. Then after this, what I will do is I will, after locating each bomb and doing the task, I will simply go through the array once again, and then see if there is, if the except for the bomb, if the grid is not equal to zero, then I will simply print as no and return. Else, if everything is okay, then of course it will be a correct answer. Now let's submit it. So I have pasted the code. Now let's see. Uh, So as you can see, the solution is getting accepted, and thanks for being with me throughout the. It was a longer video, and so thank you for being with me. And if you like the solution, then please do like and subscribe. Thank you very much.